The Green Bay Packers just selected edge rusher slash linebacker Collin Oliver from Oklahoma State with pick number 159 in the 5th round. When we look at the Packers, the first 3 rounds, they go offense. The last round, round 4, they go defense, drafting edge rusher Barron Sorrell. And now they get another edge rusher in Collin Oliver. And with Oliver, it looks like he can play edge rusher as well as linebacker. So the Packers will have the ability to put them wherever they think he fits best. And here's an excerpt from Dane Brugler's The Beast draft guide. He says, a 3-year starter at Oklahoma State, Oliver was a hybrid weak side linebacker and former defensive coordinator Brian Nardo's 3-3-5 base scheme, standing up as a wide edge and off the ball backer. A defensive end his first 2 seasons in Stillwater, he moved to linebacker in the spring of 2023. Although he was at his best when allowed to rush the pocket, he led the team in sacks his first 3 seasons and likely would have again in 2024 were it not for his season-ending foot injury. With his short area bursts and high energy, Oliver makes himself a fast, small target for blockers, and he plays with better force than expected for his size. Though it is easy to love his football-playing temperament, his sawed-off body can leave him tied up and overwhelmed, especially in tight quarters. Overall, Oliver is an explosive, leverage-based rusher, but he lacks the measurables for full-time edge work and is unproven dropping or playing from depth. He projects best as a nickel rusher with long-term potential as a developmental off-ball linebacker. So he's 6'2", 240, so definitely much smaller than your typical edge rusher, and so that's why, part of the reason where maybe he plays linebacker. I'm curious to see, where the Packers decide to utilize him. And I've watched a few clips of him, and he does have insane speed off the edge. And so for the Packers who struggled to consistently get pressure last season, it's nice to see them add someone else who has that ability. And I think that, looking at this draft, the Packers decided to wait to target edge rusher. And now in the past 2 rounds, they basically get 2 guys who can rush off the edge, with Barron Sorrell from Texas in round 4, and now Collin Oliver, who can play edge and linebacker. And when you look at both those positions, with him being a 5th rounder, looking at the Packers depth chart, when it comes to Oliver, looking at the Packers and their current, linebacker situation, you got Quay Walker, Edgerrin Cooper, Isaiah McDuffie, Tyrone Hopper, Christian Welch, and so he could be, a depth piece there at linebacker. Same when it comes to edge rusher, and I guess, we'll have to wait and see what the Packers say publicly about this guy and maybe what they see as the best fit for him. But I like it. I think to get anyone who can rush the passer, very important for this Packers defense. But if you want more Packers content, feel free to subscribe. I'll put out a Packers draft grade video later tonight, so make sure you have the post notifications on so you don't miss that. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.